First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, 390.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A toss play, Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
3rd and long for Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
check, 390. 180. 180. Flight. 5.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers, and it's complete. Henry, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Rivers to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup at 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
57 to Mike. Big 20. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing is Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level, and when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
180. Black 11. Check 31. Check 31. Whip. Hey, Delta.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Rivers. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Delta! 52's the mic, boy, 52. I got one.
From the gun, Rivers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. A first down throw here for Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You got 3. You got 3. Watch 7. Trust the right. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw is Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
180. 52's the mic. Load it. Check 552. Get ready. Hey, wahoo.
Rivers now from the 50. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey,
Final play of the half, Rivers. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 70!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught outright, Amendola. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Now Benjamin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Rivers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Watch the pass. Hey, seam 6.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, go on.
1st down, Rivers to Gordon out left. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again here, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Delta!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
58. 280. 58 right there. I got you, son. Undercrush. Switch. Check 9. Look behind you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Curse. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And taking it across. Midfield and inside the 45. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Stafford. That's caught right side by Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle.
Red 80. Mike 58, right there. I got him. Say. Watch the edge. Omaha, ready, move. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 57. Hey, 22. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's McCaffrey. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
I'm here all day. SOS.
Stafford. It's caught. Jones. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Let's go.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
I'm coming for you.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But